The property market is changing, and in this video I'm going to share with you 10 top tips to succeed in property over the coming years. I'm in celebratory mood today because this YouTube channel now has 55,555 subscribers, and I thank each and every one of you for helping this channel get to where it is today. So if you're new here, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell icon, because we put out new content each and every week, and it's all dedicated to keeping you on top of your property investing game. The property market is going through a lot of change right now, and you're going to have to be on top of your property investing game if you're going to come out smelling of roses. So we've put out a lot of content over the years, and it's all been dedicated to keep you on top of your property investing game, keep you up to date with news and goings on in the property market and trends and how those actually affect your property investing game. I've been investing in property for 30 years, and what I find that every few years you have to change, you have to adapt, because what you find is that the market changes, there are new rules and regulations that prevent you from doing certain things or enable you to do things that you couldn't do before. And all the time you have to take all these changes and trends into account and see how your property investing game needs to adapt. The big thing that we've got to look forward to, should I say, over the next year is an economic recession. And the rules of the property investing game change quite a lot in recessionary times. So let's go on with our 10 top tips. Now, we've done quite a few videos over the years, and basically for each one of these top tips, there is an associated video on our channel. We'll show you what the video is in the top corner there, and you'll see a dedicated playlist where we've put all these 10 videos in a nice binge watchable sequence for you to view and learn from. And basically I've curated these videos from our back catalogue because these matter the most if you want to be successful in property over the coming years. Now, the first thing you really need to learn about is the BRRRR strategy. That is the buy, refurbish, rent, refinance, and repeat strategy. Because that is the core to succeeding in a recessionary environment. What this strategy allows you to do is basically invest in property so that you leave no money in each deal that you do, and it produces you positive cash flow. And this is quite frankly the strategy which you must pay a lot of attention to in times like this. So this particular video has had nearly 50,000 views, 1,800 likes, and is one that you must watch. Now, after you've digested that, at number 9, you want to find out about smart buy-to-let. You see, now this takes a different view on traditional buy-to-let and introduces you to the concept of the CMO. Now, if you want to find out what that's all about, you're going to have to watch the video. But this is quite frankly the way we do buy-to-let at the moment, and it's what I teach my students on my courses right now. And it is the most effective way of generating maximum yields with the minimum amount of cash invested. This video has been quite popular on YouTube, 85,000 views and so over 2,000 likes. So you want to catch up on that one. So really those two videos set the scene for the kind of strategies that you need to be focusing on. Next up, we've got some ideas on how to deploy your cash. What happens if you don't have too much cash? What happens if you've only got £10,000 to start your property investing journey? Well, this video explains exactly what you should do if you have a budget of 10K to start your property journey. It's number 8 in our hit parade. It's had nearly 40,000 views on YouTube and over 1,700 likes. So watch that one if you're looking at how to deploy that 10K. So what about if you've got no money? Well, here in this video, we've got 3 ways to buy commercial property with no money at all. Now, of course, it always helps if you've got some money, but these sort of opportunities, no money down opportunities, don't come around every day of the week, but it is possible. But you've got to know how to put those sort of deals together. So here are 3 particular strategies which enable you to just do that, and this is definitely worth a watch. Now, this was from a talk that I gave at the Baker Street Property Meet. It's had nearly 35,000 views on YouTube. If you haven't attended the Baker Street Property Meet, that's a place that you really want to come to. It is the UK's largest property networking event. Now, this particular video was shot back in 2019. We've grown quite a lot since then. We get over 300 property investors come to our monthly meetings each and every month. We meet on the last Wednesday of every month. So come and meet me and our team down at this month's event. We'll put a link in the description below and grab your place. It's in central London, last Wednesday of every month. So at number 6, we're looking specifically at commercial property. Now, one thing that happens in a recession is that businesses go out of business. Businesses occupy commercial properties, and there are more and more commercial properties that become empty and vacant and come up for sale in times of recession. This is the first recession ever where we have permitted development rights, which allow you to repurpose commercial buildings to alternative uses without having to go through planning permission. One of the simplest and most effective ways of doing this that my students have phenomenal success with is to take a long, deep shop and convert the rear of it into a flat and keep a smaller shop at the front. So in these two videos, you'll see Kieran Gill, one of my students, who has done exactly this strategy, buying a property at auction in Ealing and making £200,000 in this deal. This strategy is working time and time again across the UK. It's well worth a watch, and you can see in these videos the before and after, and you'll glean a lot of tips which are replicable right now. If you're enjoying this video, smash that like button, and if you're not a subscriber, if you're not one of the 55,555 subscribers that we already have, then smash that subscribe button and hit the bell icon so you're notified when we release new content. And remember, all these videos that we're talking about in the description below, we've created a separate playlist for these top 10 videos so you can binge watch the lot to your heart's content. So I know what you're thinking. You're very excited from watching Kieran Gill's case study video, and you too want to scour your high streets for suitable candidates to do exactly the same thing with. So watch this video because I share with you my 5 golden rules for identifying high streets up and down the land which allow you to profit from this residential conversion strategy. So once you've identified what high street to focus on, you would then want to look at what specific buildings in that high street will make you the optimum profit. We did a video on this where I walked down a high street and I took you through what I look for when I'm evaluating buildings which make the ideal candidate for this type of conversion opportunity. So this one's had more than 1,000 likes on YouTube, and the thing with the current situation is this. Now, thanks to permitted development rules, you can convert so many building types to residential use. But the thing is, not all of them are that profitable. You've got to focus. Just because you can convert something to residential, it doesn't mean you should. You need to focus on the ones that will generate you the most profit. And that's exactly what this video helps you do. So watch this one and you'll be able to identify sites which are ripe for this residential conversion opportunity. So many of you will know that I appear on the hit Sky TV show Property Elevator, which is a bit like Dragon's Den, where property investors pitch for funding for their property projects. Now we're now into series 4 and we've got many of the videos up on this channel for you to watch. But in particular, one of my former students came along on series 3 to pitch a commercial to residential conversion opportunity. Shren Meng, she was actually pitched for 1.1 million worth of funding, and I ended up being the angel investor on that project. Now, this is quite textbook, really. It's textbook in which, this is quite textbook in the way she has found this commercial to residential conversion opportunity, the way she has applied all the principles that we teach to our students, and the way she's actually presented that for funding. And from watching this, you'll be able to learn a huge amount. And in particular, one of the key learning points you'll get is simply how much profit there is baked into the commercial to residential strategy. At number 2 in this hit parade lineup is a video we only put out a few days ago, which has had more than 5,000 views already in such a short time. Now, it's a presentation that I gave at last month's Baker Street Property Meet, where I share with you my 7-step guide for succeeding in property in a recession. An absolute must-watch. It puts a lot of this stuff together. And as I said, this is shot at the Baker Street Property Meet. We meet on the last Wednesday of every month, so make sure you attend this month's meet in central London. And finally, you want to have a look at this one. This is a commercial to residential deal which we are currently doing right now. This is a joint venture between myself and 21 of our Mastermind Programme students. We purchased a former Nationwide Building Society bank building in Leicester city centre, and we're converting the upper parts into 8 one-bedroom apartments and the downstairs retail element into 3 separate retail units. Now, this video was our first shareholders meeting where all the investors in the project actually got to see the project for the first time and an overview of our full plans. Now, this will give you a flavour of the numbers involved in these sort of projects and what you can do when you get educated in this kind of stuff. When you know how to join all the dots and implement these sort of strategies, it gives you a flavour of what is really possible and how easy it is to make a success of this if you have the right support and the right training and the right education. The 1-year commercial mastermind program that I run is the only commercial property training of this kind. It is a 1-year intensive program where I take a small group of investors and help them implement my commercial property investing strategies. Our next intake on the Mastermind program starts in September 2022. If that's something you're interested in and want to find out more, I'll leave a link to the webpage description here. So thank you once again for helping us get to 55,555 subscribers. If you're not already a subscriber, subscribe now. We have got so much content for you lined up over the autumn. You're going to be wanting to be notified each time we release a new video. Smash the like button on this one as well, and tell me what you think. Tell me what you think of the investment strategies and approach that we have set out for you to succeed in property over the next couple of years. That's it for this video. Bye for now. High streets across the land are changing forever. Basically, there's an oversupply of retail premises. Shops are closing down, more are going to close down in the future. The government know this, and that's why they're introducing a light touch planning system which allows small developers to easily repurpose these buildings to residential use under a light touch planning regime called permitted development. Now, this is going to be the biggest revolution and the biggest change and the biggest opportunity for property investors that I've ever seen. And this is all coming into effect on 1st of August. So you need to know what's happening and what properties to look for to take advantage of these opportunities so that you can get in there and take that first mover advantage. I've got a 90-minute free masterclass to get you ready for August the 1st. Make sure you join me. Click the link below. Whether you're a beginner or expert, we'll get you started.